Hey, Wild West Adventures. We are back on another adventure, this time in Globe, Arizona at the Federal Building. This building was constructed in 1927 and the main floor is still being used as an active post office, so we could not get any footage of that floor. But we're going to start in the basement and work our way up, so let's check it out.
You can't handle the truth!
We've just walked into the IRS offices, what used to be, and as you'll notice there was a wash basin back there, and what our tour guide told us was that in the hot summer months having a water basin in the office would help you to cool down in between clients. Now this office that we're walking in here was the Department of Immigration, and again another wash basin as you can see there. Now the tour guide tells a story about this hallway here. He says that he'll have the lights turned off and he'll send a child down to the edge to turn the lights on, and when they do, they see that demon hanging from the ceiling, as you can see right there. So this room used to have a door on it, and the tour guide explained that it used to be painted completely black. Ceiling, walls, floor, and the only one who could go in there was a U.S. Marshal Service employee or the postal inspector. And once they were in there, it was pitch black. They couldn't see anything. But there are vents on the side, and they were able to look down into the men's locker room and restroom. So this was a way to spy on their employees up until the 1960s, when President Kennedy passed an act that said, the Employee Privacy Act, that said they could no longer spy on employees in private areas such as locker rooms and bathrooms. So he's explaining this as we're here. And in just a minute he's going to go into a door, and it is still painted all black, and apparently it could still be used today by postal inspectors to look down on their employees. We'll see that in a moment. That does not look down on any private areas. This is just the working area of the post office. And then superiors could look down and look through the vents to watch exactly what was going on. They of course used this before CCTV, and as you can see it is pitch black in here. We did finally turn the light on so you can see, painted black. There's a ladder coming up here, right there, and it goes up through additional catwalks throughout the building, so you could spy on your employees sorting mail throughout. So here you can see one. It looks down onto a staircase. These ones have been blocked off. I suppose they look down onto private areas as well. But as you can see, there's just different exits you can walk off onto, and you can, if you were a supervisor, you could spy on your employees this way, or if you're an employee, you could be spied on this way. This here is just a storage room, brick enclosed storage room, as you can see, and the Halloween decorations stay up year round. It's his way of having a little fun with the kids that are on his tours. What we're entering had originally been constructed to be a vault in the basement. However, during the Cold War, it was converted into a bomb shelter. Our tour guide explained that when this building was constructed, they must have had a surplus of something called a female urinal, which evidently is used widely throughout Europe, and so there are a lot of urinals of the female variety throughout this building. These boilers were used for 50 years up until the 1970s, when they were replaced with forced air, which give them problems every year. We are heading upstairs now to the area that was originally used for the U.S. Marshal Service and the federal courtroom. In the upstairs hallway, there is evidence of a foiled escape where a defendant slipped his handcuffs and attempted to run down the hall and was gunned down by the U.S. Marshal guarding him.
That concludes our day adventure in Globe, Arizona.